Hello, my name's Joe, Six on Fire manager and a Sunderland fan, and today I am being put through absolute hell. Not just am I sat with this man, I've got to watch the best day of his life and maybe one of the worst of mine. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed this day. I'm Jack, captain of Pique Blinders, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this day, this marvellous day. Charlton, Sunderland, 2019. That it's one of the. I would say this is the best day of my life. This beats champions in 2012 for me.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Here we go.
The worst day of my life.
Best day of mine. Here we go. This is like second minute, isn't it? Chris Marshall. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's always interesting in these games because when these things happen, like as a Sunderland fan, you think, oh, that's never going in, but as a Charlton fan, you're going, oh, no.
You guys were so good this season. That when this was struck, I remember thinking, oh, like it felt like we're on the back foot, and then you get this, Naby and Dill, just like.
I actually missed it. I wasn't looking because passing around the back. What's going to happen?
I literally looked up, saw it going in. I was 16 at the time, and just floods of tears. They're not like obviously crying my eyes out, but like
keeper or defender's fault.
A bit of both. I blame Naby Sal more. I think he should have.
Yeah,
looked,
I think it.
Like he's looking down as he passes it. That killed me, because I thought that was it. Because 4 minutes in, you're like, it's over, like finished.
Yeah.
And then you get the snake Lyle Taylor with this.
Was it Perrington? Was it Perrington who scored the?
Perrington got the equaliser, yeah. But Taylor, I mean, you went for him in the summer, didn't you? It was in Charlton and Sunderland to get Lyle Taylor this season.
Yeah, we did.
I think we were lucky to grab him. This is the best bit of football in terms of passing I've ever seen in my life. That. It's just so smooth. And that was it. In that moment, until then, it was be all or end all. Like we were finished. But in that second, when Perrington scores the goal, there was a bit of hope again. Especially going into the second half, and you can see it. Like I think Dill came up a minute ago, but Dylan Phillips' reaction to it is just prime example of it. He's like, "Come on!"
Once you scored that, we knew. We just knew it wasn't going to be our day.
Well, there's no, I think in the commentary there as well. It's the Charlton that he's the Charlton we've grown to know or something. Yeah. And this was a Charlton side that was scary. Like no one wanted to play this side. And it's I do remember though when you brought on McGeady and Grigg, I thought, oh dear, like around about now.
McGeady was playing on injections because he missed all the playoff games to save himself for the final, just so he could play half an hour in this. And ironically, he came on and probably lost us the game.
Josh Cullen whips into the back post. Bauer. That 94th minute. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It doesn't get better than that. These Charlton players are right there, legend. And we are going up. Just look at the passion there, though, and the limbs. That's the other thing as well. Wembley was a sea of red that day.
Agreed.
It was remarkable.
It was, and it was just. I'm not going to come up with excuses, but it was. I think us play because we played Portsmouth, didn't we, in the final? So literally half of our fans, and this is literally the most stereotypical northern thing I think I can say, could not afford to come. So that's why we only sold like 32,000 tickets.
Yeah, we absolutely swamped that day.
They were like, oh yeah, all your fans wear black because obviously we were away.
I wish we still had Bowyer. I absolutely love that man. And there we go. Going up. It's not like that now, though.
No, it's not. I'll happily take it considering where we are now. I definitely won't complain. But
I'll tell you what, though. Credit to your fans after this. Walking up Wembley Way, obviously you're coming down the middle. Up the top bit, you got all these Sunderland fans applauding.
Yeah. And
that was just, for me, top class. But just this day on a whole, Josh Cullen, I missed that whole team. We've only got one of them left.
Who's left?
Ashley Maynard-Brewer, who was on the bench.
All right.
Goalkeeper, but that's it.
So, what do you remember about the day? Like, from when you first arrived, when you woke up on the morning of the final, what was your first thought?
Funny enough, that most of that day, I can remember how I felt. I can't actually remember the day. I can remember, watching it back, you're like, oh, yeah. But, it took me 2 days to actually recall the events of that day. Like, waking up, just the idea of, you dream about seeing your team at Wembley. And also it being Sunderland, there was something magical about that because of 1998. I mean, my dad always has spoken to me about the 7-6 penalty shootout where, again, we beat you in a playoff final at Wembley.
Did.
But it was just that. It was the idea that my generation get to live what my dad's generation lived against the very team that it was. So there was that, but also it was nerve-wracking.
It was, yeah. I remember watching Bauer's goal go in, and the first thing I did was I just put my hands in my head. I literally went straight away, and then I looked up, saw the limbs, saw everyone running down, all the Charlton bench running down, and I just remember thinking, I looked at my uncle, who was there when we beat Leeds in 1973, and I looked at him, I sat next to him, I just looked at him, and he just went, this is what it's like, and, you know, it's a horrible feeling. Ironically, that was actually the last day I saw him. He died a few months later.
Ooh,
and
sorry to hear that.
He did. And but what he always used to say to me, he'd say, we'll win at Wembley, and you'll see it, you know. So when we came back, next time back, it was the Wycombe playoff final.
Oh, quality.
And I knew for a fact we were going to win. And the Trafalgar takeover was even bigger than the one it was against Charlton. Everything fell into place the whole day. No trains got cancelled unlike Charlton. Oh, yeah. Everything was perfect. And we knew we were going to win. And, well, we did, so.
It's almost a nice touch that to what had happened.
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%, yeah. It really did make it all perfect.
I would say, though, this, like, Bauer's goal, for me, like, I've got photos of it. Mm-hmm. I just turn around and you can see the tears in my eyes. Mm-hmm. To me, that was, and it will always go down as the best day of my life. If I'm ever feeling low, this playoff final comes on. Always. If I'm bored, sat at home, go on Sky, watch the entire game, just because it means so much to me. And as I said to you earlier, I can't remember the actual game because there was too much going on emotionally for me to actually process what had just happened. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't until I got to East Croydon, which is obviously Palace territory, and I just stepped out of the platform and went, oh my God, I've just seen my team win at Wembley, but there's just a complete mental block on it as a day. And I think also what we were getting absolutely destroyed anyway behind the scenes as a club. And not that I'd ever give up on Charlton, but it was starting to become a chore. It is a chore right now, going to watch Charlton because it isn't good. But at that point, Bowyer, it gave us something to actually feel happy about and actually reinstalled pride in being a Charlton fan instead of just being pointed and laughed at for the rest of eternity. And that meant something special, especially because I'm a fourth generation addict. You know, my great granddad through to my dad, through to me. My mum supports Charlton, my gran. It was like family pride, and that means something, especially to me. Like, yeah.
But the main thing is about it, and this isn't just in football, this is just in life. Moments like that make you realise what you have and how lucky you are. Oh, yeah. You've watched your team win at Wembley. You've felt top of the world. A lot of people don't feel like that. And us doing this charity match and collaborating with Mind is generally such a good, let's say, awareness, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. Especially, I think it was this season or the season after as well, where it was this season where it was the Mind season where Mind sponsored the EFL.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because do you remember the little squiggle on the back of the kits?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we have that on ours, don't we? On the 6 on 5 kits, yeah.
But that season was the League One was sponsored by Mind.
Yeah, it was.
Our players would have been repping Mind out on that pitch, which is
what we're going to be
even
doing.
more special. Exactly. We'll be doing that. We'll get to do what the likes of Aidan McGeady and Josh Cullen did. So.
And I'm looking forward to watching Sam Armitage score a Patrick Bauer-esque goal in the 90+6 minute. Well, we may be friends now, but on the 11th of May, we certainly will not be. 6 on fire against Pique Blinders, and we hopefully will see you there.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Get your tickets, link down below. Follow the instructions, and yeah, it'll be a pleasure to see you there. And see me 2 Foot Joe. It'll be a nice 2-1.
All the best, my friend.
Mate, all the best.
Good luck.
I don't need it. You do.
We do.